The pit was dark, cold, silent, and the voices Joseph heard last were the voices of people he trusted. That kind of pain stays with you, the kind where you don't just lose a place, you lose people. You lose what you thought your life was going to look like. One day you're wearing a coat of favor, the next you're fighting tears in a place you never asked to be. And maybe that's where you are right now. Not in a literal pit, but in a season you didn't choose. A betrayal you didn't deserve. A delay you don't understand. You prayed, you believed, you tried to do right, and somehow life still pushed you into a hole. Here's the part that's hard to hear and even harder to live. God gave Joseph the dream, but he didn't stop the pit. Because the pit wasn't where the promise died, it was where the promise took root. What feels like you're being buried is sometimes God planting you. Seeds disappear before they grow. Roots stretch in hidden places, and the darkest seasons often produce the deepest strength. Joseph thought the worst was over when he got out of the pit, but then came slavery, then false accusation, then prison. Each time it looked like progress, life knocked him back down. Ever felt like that? Just when you think things are turning around, another setback, another disappointment, another why, God? But heaven never lost track of Joseph. Not in the pit, not in the house, not in the prison. And heaven hasn't lost track of you either. While Joseph felt forgotten, God was forming him, teaching him faithfulness when nobody was clapping, building integrity when nobody was watching, growing patience when nothing was moving. Because who you become in hidden places matters more than where you are seen. Then one day, suddenly, the door opened. The same Joseph who sat in a prison cell stood in a palace. The same man who was rejected by his brothers was chosen to lead a nation. The same dream that looked ridiculous in the pit became reality in the palace. Not because the pain wasn't real, but because the promise was more powerful than the pain. And this is where your story connects. That rejection didn't end you. That delay didn't ruin you. That season of silence didn't mean God was absent. It meant he was working deeper than you could see. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are in process. And one day you will look back at this season, the tears, the confusion, the waiting, and realize it was shaping the strength you needed for where you're going. So if you feel buried right now, hold on. The dirt you're under is not your grave, it's the soil where your purpose is growing. The pit is temporary. The process is painful but purposeful, and the promise over your life is still alive.